Today, on the Vince Everett Ellison Show. You know, we've been told all our lives you're supposed to help everybody. That's not true. In our Bible, there are 7 types of people you're not supposed to help. I'm going to tell you about them. And they all sound like Democrats to me. So we're going to talk about the Democratic Party and the 7 people you're not supposed to help today. And our Bible says it. We're going to talk about it today on the Vince Everett Ellison Show. This thing started. You know, some years ago, I was with my daughter, Sky, in Columbus, South Carolina. Sky's a beautiful, beautiful woman. I'm so pleased with her. She's a church mother, married, 7 children, and I love going to visit them because it's always a good time. But Sky was a little girl, and we had stopped by Hardee's to get something to eat. And she might have been about 7 years old. And this guy came in. He looked like he was homeless. And he came in begging for money. And he came to me, and I told him I wasn't going to give him any. I didn't lie to him. That's why I wasn't going to give him any. And he left. And Sky looked at me, and she was angry at me. She said, "You should have gave that man money. The man is homeless. He needs money. I said, "Sky, I know him, and I know his kind. He's not going to do he's not going to do with the money what you think he's going to do." She said, "You don't know that, Daddy. You should give the man some money." I said, "All right, watch this." And I called the guy back over. And he came over. He said, "Here, man, here's $10. He said, "Thank you." And he took it. And he walked out of the back door of the Hardee's. And I told Sky, "Now watch. So he walked out the back door and made us think that he was going somewhere else. And I told her, "Keep watching." And he went around the restaurant, and he went around and went across the street and went right into the liquor store. And I said, "Now watch." And he came out with the bottle of liquor, with the money that I gave him. And she was heartbroken. And I said, "I gave away that $10 to teach you something. That sometimes when you think you're helping, you are enabling." I said, "Now, I just gave that man money to go and get drunk, and I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know if he's going to go rob somebody, go home and beat up somebody, go get run over by a car, but I just gave that man $10, and it did him harm. And I don't like doing that, and this is why I don't help people like that." And she never forgot that lesson. This ties into what I want to talk to you about. I've been watching stuff on YouTube, and I've been reading stuff, and it's very interesting. And I wanted to share this with you, something that I've learned recently about 7 people that you are not supposed to help. And when I started looking at these people, it seemed like they all coincided with the democratic socialist ideology. This horrible, destructive ideology that's brought back to inner cities, the destruction of the family, a dystopia where they're fighting and killing and acting a fool all the time. And every time I read one, I said, "Boy, that sounds like Democrats." And the first one is the person who demands instead of asks. Yeah, the one that demands that you give them something. No justice, no peace. We want our SNAP. We want our food stamps. We want our Section 8 housing. Don't you cut my Medicaid. We want. You even had illegals over here demanding stuff. Not asking, demanding, marching. You know that No King's Day weekend thing? They was out in the street. We got enough illegals here. We have about 30 congressional districts from the illegal immigration population in America, which means that these jokers have enough power to control the domestic policy of the United States of America. Illegals, not citizens. Only demanding that they can stay. Done broke in your house and then gonna demand that you feed them and clothe them. Shoot. So the first person the Bible says, and it comes from Second Thessalonians, it says, if anyone is not willing to work, let him not eat. Come on, if broke in your house, ain't gonna got the nerve to demand something. I would demand that you get the hell out or go to jail. You don't make no demands here. You better come in and beg, and I don't call the cops or shoot you. The second one is one that lives from emergency to emergency. Every time you see him, he's about to get his lights cut off. Every time you see him, his refrigerator's empty. Every time you see him, he's unemployed. Every time you see him, they got another man that done beat him up. They got another woman that's done them wrong. Their car about to get repossessed. And they don't ever fix their lives and go and get a job and get steady and start living as a human being. It's always something. Don't it sound like a Democrat to you? And the book of Proverbs warns you. Proverbs 19:19 says, a man of great wrath will pay the penalty. For if you deliver him, you will have to deliver him over and over again. It's enablement. You'll have to continually deliver him. Sound like a Democrat to me. Whenever you go to the inner city, that's who you see. People that go from chaos to chaos to chaos, always in jail, always need bail money, always need the money for the light bill, always need money for food. Always got to have some place to stay because they just got put out. If you help them, you're enabling them. You say, this time I'm going to take you to get a job. This time, I'm going to take you out to the field and tell you to pick some okra, some squash or something. But I'm not going to keep enabling you because I'm hurting you. That's your Democrat Party. Then you got the third one. As a person that takes but never acknowledges. Well, look at here, look at here, look at here. Never acknowledges. Never says thank you. No gratitude. Doesn't that sound like a Democrat? John F. Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Not the Democrat Party, not these people there anymore. Oh, Lord, no. Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. I want more, 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 more. Well, can you at least say thank you? No. You remember in the Bible, Luke 17, there were 10 lepers, and Jesus came and saw them and healed them all. And all of them ran off shouting, and only one came back, and thanked him. And Jesus said, wasn't there? Where are the other 9? He noticed their ingratitude, but he let them keep their blessing. But he noticed their ingratitude. Can you just say thank you sometimes? Can you just say thank you to America? Can you say thank you to the good people of America? Because you're talking about privilege. No, I'll tell you what privilege is. Privilege is being able to live like you're living. And taking and taking and taking. And never, ever saying thank you. Never wanting to go to the military. Never wanting to go to the National Guard. Never wanting to serve. But always wanting to take. And then tell other people who want to go serve, call them fools. And complain about all the things, bad things this country has done to you. And it's never done anything to you. It might have done something to your ancestors 100 years ago, but that was between them and the people that lived back then. It's got nothing to do with me and these people now. Number 4, the person who has made suffering their identity. Lord, that is a black Democrat right there, because, boy, you can't talk to them about pulling up slavery. All the time, what the white man did to them during slavery. And nobody was a slave. And the white folks that did it are dead. They even want to bring up the civil rights movement, and they weren't even alive then. Hell, I was the one born on the cotton plantation, and I ain't mad. And you got jokers, 19, 20 years old, got the nerve to try to get up and complain about what America's done to them. And America hasn't done anything to them except fed them, clothed them, and kept them safe. If anybody's done anything to you, it's probably them no good jokers in your family and your neighbors, these jokers around in the hood. It says slavery is a choice and you're choosing it right now. And all they do is talk about what somebody's done to them. They make suffering their whole identity. You can't put up a monument of black nothing in America without seeing a black person getting the hell beat out of them some kind of way. All black history is about getting your ass whooped by white folks. The one monument they got of Martin Luther King Jr., all they talk about, when you look at King is synonymous with getting the hell beat out you. When you look at him and say, well, that is a joker that got the hell beat out of him all the time. And he says that you should allow that to happen to you too. Synonymous with their suffering. Number 5, the person who weaponizes your faith against you. Man, ain't that the black preacher? This joker done come up with an apostate religion called it Black Liberation Theology. And they want to tell you that if you are a Christian, that you're supposed to, that Jesus Christ would have identified with black people because Jesus Christ was oppressed. And he would have identified with the oppressed black people, not the oppressor, who is the white man. There's one big problem with that theology, player. Jesus Christ could not be oppressed. Nobody never oppressed Jesus Christ. Everything that happened to him, he chose. He allowed. And when you're being oppressed, that means that you have no choice in the matter. Somebody's doing something to you that you do not want. That's the definition of oppression. You don't have the courage to come from up under your yoke. You don't like it, but you ain't man enough to stop it. You're not man enough to try to stop it. So you accept it and you call it oppression. And these people will tell you that if you're a Christian, this is how you're supposed to act. If you're a Christian, you will be giving money to the church. They'll tell you, if you don't give this money to God, you're going to be cursed. If you don't give this money to God, you ain't going to be blessed. That's where prosperity ministry comes from. If you don't give so much money to the church and to the preacher so he can have his big car and his nice big house and all that kind of stuff, something's bad going to happen to you. If you're a Christian, you should be doing this. It's not using your Christianity to make you do good things. It's using your Christianity to make you do bad things. Turn against what Jesus has commanded that you do. Tell you if you were a Christian, not that you would do this for God. If you're a Christian, you'll do this for me. See, there's nothing wrong with saying if you're a Christian, you obey the commandments of Jesus Christ. If you're a Christian, you'll treat your neighbor right. If you're a Christian, you carry yourself in a certain type of way. If you're a Christian, you won't lie, cheat, steal, kill your children. No, they'll say if you were a real Christian, you give me $20. If you're a real Christian, you pay my car note, man. If you're a Christian, you pay my light bill. You know I ain't got no food in my refrigerator. If you're a real Christian, you give me all the money I need to go to the grocery store. You ain't no Christian. Joke on the street, panhandling. Telling you if you was a Christian, you give him money. That's that type of manipulation that they're talking about. Number 6, person that spreads discord amongst his neighbors. Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton really comes to mind with that. But you know, people that gossip, spread rumors, starting fights. Hey man, Junior across the street said that when he see you, man, he gonna F you up, man. You know, you better look out for that brother. You better look out for that brother. Hey, man, you know, you got $5, you know me. That type. You know them. I know them too. Nothing but hell raisers, rabble rousers, crap stirrers, all in every community. And then they always walk around with their hand out asking you to take care of them. They're coming to your house, spreading rumors, spreading lies, and then asking you to reward them for the lies that they told. Don't fall for it. You find them jokers like that, cut them loose. Don't have nothing to do with them. Don't have anything to do with them. Cut them loose. And then you got number 7. The person that makes bad decisions and keeps making bad decisions over and over again. We've seen them. The women that keep getting with these bad men. The last dude she was with beat the hell out of her, and then she chooses another one. The person that stays in drug rehab. The alcoholic that keep driving drunk. The guy that can't stop stealing. The person that's always going to jail for fighting. Joker that go get paid on Friday and by Saturday night he broke because as soon as he get paid, he goes straight to the club or straight to the casino. That one. The woman that won't stop getting pregnant. Won't stop having abortions. Those are people you do not help. Now these are 7 people that you do not help according to the Bible. It's amazing because Proverbs 23:9 says, do not speak in the hearing of a fool, for he will despise the good of your words. Do not speak in the hearing of a fool. I hope I'm not speaking in the hearing of fools today, because what I just read to you verifies that the Democratic Party is an evil institution. A party of perverts, liars, psychopaths, and anti-Christian bigots. Thugs, hoes, and rappers. They are the very acronym of I.C.E. Ignorant, crazy, and evil. Right now, our Bible has given us 7 people that you're not supposed to help. And all of these suckers are the very definition of what it is to be a Democrat in America. The very definition of it, y'all. All 7. Listen again. The person who demands instead of acts, Democrat. The person that lives from emergency to emergency and creates chaos, Democrat. Person that takes but never acknowledges, Democrat. Person who weaponizes your faith against you, Democrat. A person who spreads discord, George Floyd and Trayvon Martin and Eric Garner and rioting and fighting and killing, Democrat. And then the person who continually makes bad decisions. I think I made my case. And when they say you're not supposed to help them, that means you're not supposed to also vote for them or support them. Huh? Now, I know a lot of y'all, this doesn't make me sick. Some Republicans do that too. That is not the Republican Party ideology. It is not our doctrine. You're not going to go into these gated communities and see that type of mentality. And if you do, it is an outlier. This is what the Democratic Party stands on. This is who they are. This is their whole ideology. All of it. Ingratitude, hatred, starting trouble, always starting chaos, living in their misery, trying to use your faith against you to give them what they want. Not reminding you of your faith to make you stand up straight and do what you're supposed to do as a human being and for your fellow man. No, I'm going to use your faith as a hammer to make you give me what I want. That's stone cold manipulation. I've even seen Nancy Pelosi and some of the most ratchet Democrats in the world try to use that psychology on people. Who are the Christian religion? They're Catholics and they believe in abortion and LGBTQ. Her and Joe Biden both. Joe Biden, some people won't even give him communion because he's such an evil man. But this is who they are. And I use these biblical admonitions to try to tell people out there who are Christian, again, that this is for you. This is not for me. I don't want you to do what I want. No. I'm trying to get you to live the life you're supposed to live. I want you, as a Christian, to rededicate your life to Christ, to read your Bible, and live the life that he wants you to live. But you can't do it running behind these jokers. So people that say, well, aren't you trying to use people's faith to make them do what you want them to do? No, I don't care what you do. I really don't. I'm going to leave here, jump in my Cadillac, and go to my house. I will have done my job. My job is to tell you the truth. The truth. If you do it, if you don't, all on you. I am the watchman. If the watchman puts out the clarion call and the people don't take heed to it, the blood is on their hands. If the watchman puts out the clarion call and the people doesn't put out the clarion call and the people die, the blood is on his hands. I put out the clarion call. My hands are clean. I am the watchman. So you do what you want to do with this information. You share it. You like it. You comment on it. Because I'm going to keep bringing you the good news because I'm here to wake you up. And I hope I did you some good here today. So join me again for another edition of the Vince Everett Ellison Show. All right, friends, Vince Everett Ellison is here. I want you to go to my website. And on my website, you're going to see a lot of great stuff, man. You're going to see that we got T-shirts. We got caps. You got my books, my documentaries. You got all kinds of stuff on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Go there. We're dropping new T-shirts. We're dropping new merchandise. My new book, The End of Tolerance, is there. The End of Tolerance. Make sure you get it. Make it #1. If you got my first 3, get The End of Tolerance. It's just as good. And it's telling us we have to end our tolerance with these leftists, these Democrats. We can no longer allow them to sexually groom our children. We can no longer allow them to castrate little boys and call them little girls, run God out of the public square, take away our guns, take away our sovereignty. No longer allow it. So go on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. That is VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Hit merchandise. You'll see the T-shirts. You'll see the caps. You'll see the books. You'll see the documentaries. You'll see it all. And let's keep this ball rolling. God bless you.